Alright guys, here we go once again, and we're back for more action. We're taking on Real Sociedad at home, and the big focus here, and we haven't talked about him that much, is Yashin in goal. Yashin was playing for Dinamo Moscow, and of course, legendary player playing for the team he's supposed to play for. The only problem that he has is that Dinamo Moscow is not actually part of the World Super League. I just looked it up. That's part of the ban against all Russian teams playing in Europe, and so for this version at least, they just simply don't exist. The team is there, but he wasn't really playing for anybody, and that means that he's free for the taking, and we went over there and we took him up. So we'll see how things go. Hopefully that will prevent us from scoring, or from conceding more goals in the back, which is exactly what we want to see, and give us a chance to show off our speed up front. We've got Hussein and Gallic up front. Gallic is another new signing that we have, and there's Saddam Hussein over to Ricky J. Jones. Look at how fast we go. Jones tries to pass that one in, and it doesn't quite work. Vestros over to Pedro Roca, and that is knocked backwards, and so unfortunately we are unable to capitalize on our speed up front, at least that time around. Augsburg 17th position, so it's not like we are completely destroying everybody in the league. Every match from here on out, of course, is really important because we're trying to get out of the lowest tier. What happens here with this league is after the first however many matches in your division, you are redivided up into 4 different tiers. The lowest tier is the one that faces possible relegation. We want to stay away from that. We want to be mid-level if we can. To do that, of course, we need to actually get points, which means scoring goals. El Shewi able to knock that one out for a corner. I'm not sure that was necessarily the best option that he had, but it was an option and it worked. And so something happened, and see, we didn't score a goal, or we didn't concede a goal in the end anyway. But Augsburg's still having a problem trying to get that ball onto the other side of the pitch and trying to make some sort of attacking movement here. Bukovina does a good job, tries to win that away, but doesn't quite work. And that should be out. No, it's not for a goal kick, but Rico was offside. So we're going to go back and reset and see if we can't attack, and we're on the defensive again. Here's Saddam Hussein forward for Ricky J. Jones. And Jones is dispossessed. He goes back and gets it again. Jones is extremely inconsistent, but he's also extremely fast. That's what we care about. Hussein with the goal. Saddam Hussein scores. The question is, was he onside? I think he was. And we'll take a quick look here and see. I think, though, that we're going to be all right. It's disallowed. It's been disallowed, unfortunately. And you can see he was offside by a pretty considerable margin. It wasn't Hussein, it was Gallic. Gallic. I'll have to go look up and see how I'm supposed to say his name. As usual, as Yashin is able to grab that one, I'm not quite prepared for what I'm trying to do. That's what makes this fun. Campagnaro, ends up losing it, but Sineu is fast enough. And they get a shot out of that anyway, and Yashin with a brilliant save. That looks just like the save that is depicted on the thumbnail for this episode. So you got a little bit of truth in advertisement there. I mean, this was good by Simeu, but he knocks it off of his teammate, and that forced the really good save by Yashin. And Yashin here punches this one away, but doesn't go far enough, and we are really reeling here. We need to get something going. And Hussein with the tackle, but it's not quite enough. There's Gaelic, and unfortunately it's taken away. Galich, I think is probably how you say that. Campagnaro over to Vestros. It's a good Scandinavian name, a little bit easier for me. And is Rukovina with the header. I'm not sure how he came out with anything after that, and unfortunately goes over everybody's head. Augsburg, of course, still reeling from playing a lot of matches together. A number of injuries continue to plague the squad. We've done the best that we could to try to halt the injury push, as Yashin with the very good save, but it hasn't quite worked yet. Hussein over to El Shewi, and it's Rukovina once again. He's come from out of nowhere to try to score a goal there. It just doesn't quite work for him. And so time continues to tick away. Look at Yashin. What an incredible save that was. Campagnaro now. Moving it here to the other side, Campagnaro, and he's dispossessed from behind. So legendary players or not, we're not really getting much forward momentum, and I'm not quite sure who I'm supposed to blame. Maybe Rukovina, he's the one who has the bad rating. He's had 2 great chances at goal. and they have won yet another corner. And so the question is still, will that speed help us out or not? We move up to 16th position, but we need a victory. We really, really could use a victory. This is out for another corner. I thought this should have been a goal kick. I'm pretty sure that was a blue jersey that headed it, but it's kind of hard to see from up here. 0-0, the score remains, and it's Yashin who grabs the ball in the end. It's going to be Kamara here in the back over to El Shewi. Moves this one forward. Jones, Campagnaro, Hussein, and he's won a corner. I tell you, Saddam Hussein, for being a nobody from Indonesia that we weren't supposed to sign, has been playing pretty well for us. Pedro Roca, and gets nowhere near anybody. And this is part of the problem that we have. So if you're wondering where Ernst Lehner is, the problem with Lehner is that Lehner is upset because he doesn't think that we have enough depth at right back, which is ridiculous. Galic. And there it is, Milan Galic, number 14 of the season, but his first for Augsburg. And so that's all we need to do, right? Just get the guys in the right position. We have him in park because he's fast. And it's the speed that does it here. And look at that, wasn't that pretty? So 1-0 for Augsburg. And with this 1-0 lead, we hope we can hold on for a little while. It's a little bit easier when you know that you have somebody good in goal, which begs the question, of course, how can you tell that you have a good goaltender? I mean, if he's not conceding goals, that would be one sign, but the question is, how do you find them? How do you sign them? Bukovina, Pedro Roca, up to El Shewi, and here comes that offensive attack again. Campagnaro. Pedro Roca to Hussein, back to Pedro Roca, and he takes a shot, and boy, I mean, it looked like he just sort of nudged that one forward, and he got a lot of firepower under it, so he's probably pretty good at long shots, I would say. Kamara cannot quite get to that one, unfortunately, and so this winds up in the back, and he will knock back over to Vesteros. Kamara again. Good move by him, going past one guy, can't get past the other. And it's out for a throw. And so finally, we have a little bit of momentum, wind beneath our wings. Rukavina misses that one, and yeah, he's looking pretty bad here today. He does win it back in the end. Rukavina, forward on the right side, knocks it all the way back to Kamara, over to Vesteros. Kamara, Campagnaro, here you go, Rukavina, pass. And he does try to cross it, but it doesn't quite work out as well as we would like. Jones wins it, though. El Shewi over to Galic, and it's so close. Rukavina again, back to Pedro Roca. Rukavina to Jones, and he goes down, and Hussein is called for the foul. Boy, I tell you, what could have been, what might have been, and it just doesn't happen. And fortunately for us, their shot is nowhere close to the goal, so it remains 1-0 Augsburg. A victory here really changes things in the league in terms of our position. I don't think we can hit the sort of championship group, the top, however many teams it is, 16 or whatever. Simeu, it would be nice if we could, because there's a lot of money that you get if you do that. Pedro Roca can't win it. Campagnaro tries to win it, also fails. And that is the end of the first half. So it's been a heck of a half of football. The one goal that we have was kind of an accidental goal, I would say, almost. So we're going to go ahead and move forward here to the second half. Let's see what we can do from here. It'll be Ricky J. Jones bringing this down left side. We decided not to make any changes. We're just going to keep these guys out there and see what happens. Well, that didn't work very well, now did it? Rico knocks this forward for Real Sociedad. Bukovina tries to get on the end of that one. It doesn't quite work, and Jones ends up heading this one backwards. Now, you know, the best way to help our keeper out is to simply not give them an opportunity to score a goal, but we've done a pretty poor job of that. They seem to be attacking, and there's not much that we're doing to stop it. Campagnaro now to Jones. Or for Rukavina, over to Galic, and there wasn't much on that. They're going to say it was offside. So, and that is probably correct. It's kind of hard to tell with so many things moving at once, and our angle a little bit not easy to see. And this is going to be back to Kamara. And let's see if we can get onto this one. Yeah, Simeu knocks this one out for a corner. And so the pressure continues to be piled on top of us, on top of our shoulders. This is headed backwards, but not quite far enough. And Take, if I'm saying his name right, no, it was Marino who was offside for Real Sociedad. So, yeah, we'll keep this moving forward. Vesteros over to Rukavina. Back to Vesteros. Galic, and he loses it right away. Wins it back again. Full head of steam now. He's got a guy, he doesn't see him. Rukavina, and we end up winning a corner. So Pedro Roca will take this one. And it ends up turning into nothing. So hopefully we can fix some of the upset feelings in this squad. It always frustrates you when they're upset about something that's not really a problem. We don't have any problems in right back. Our players are plenty fast, thank you very much. But the problem is probably more a problem of reputation than anything else. I don't see any reason to worry about that part of the squad. And you tell the players, well, we're going to play a lot of younger guys, but it doesn't help. They still get in a fit. And when they're in a fit, then they don't want to try. And that's one of those football manager headaches. And whether you think that's a good thing or a bad thing, whether it's a bug or a feature, well, that depends on your opinion. Hussein gets this over to Jones. Looking for Hussein, can't quite thread it to him. It's going to be back with Kamara, who runs back, easily gets to that ball. And Vesteros with the throw. 65 minutes in, still only 1-0. Rukavina looking for Jones. I tell you, Ricky J. Jones is so fast. And just was maybe a hair too slow on that one. Pedro Roca now with it for the corner, and it doesn't quite work out, does it? And it's Vesteros in the back finally who corrals it over to, well, I'm not sure who he was looking for there. It goes out for a throw, and that's about that. Kind of a wishy-washy game here by Augsburg for the most part. Hussein knocks his forward, Rukavina can't get there. Pedro Roca, and that one was wide and out for a goal kick. So we're still having some problems getting this offense flowing. But the speed helps a lot. And it's Sola knocking that one over. Man, oh man, I tell you, Yashin was lucky that time. That was off the, I think it was off the top bar and went just out. And this time he makes the grab, and that grab, fortunately, keeps this a 1-0 match. But I'm pretty concerned here about by what I'm seeing. Here's Ricky J. Jones down to Campagnaro. Hussein, and he takes a shot from range that almost goes in. So Saddam Hussein showing off his ability there. He scored a goal that was called back for offside. It wasn't his fault. It was Galic who was offside. I mean, I'm telling you, this guy, 31 years old, has a lot of potential. Galic, and it doesn't quite work out quite so well. So we got a little bit under 20 minutes left here. Augsburg playing, I think, much better than you would expect considering the types and the quality of players that we have. I'm just going to leave these 11 out there and see what they can do here to the end of this match. I've been pretty happy with what I've seen so far. And they've passed the ball nicely around us. It's Soloth who takes that shot, but that was far wide. Wasn't really bothering Yashin that much. We do have some problems in terms of match ratings in the back, but I don't care that much about the match rating. I care about the scoreboard. Simeu, I should say, Rukavina, forward for nobody. Pedro Roca, however, in the back is able to grab it, and that's what we call a segundo volante. That's what you're supposed to do. So he doesn't quite get it on target, but that's what we like to see. Add that second surprise attack. If that's the sort of movement that Real Sociedad is going to have, we'll let them have it. Ricky J. Jones here with this. And he ends up winning it back. Good job. And look at that speed. And unfortunately, he was in a crowd and couldn't quite beat the traffic. And Solorth was offside. That was pretty obvious. Now, the time's ticking away. We only have a couple minutes left. Kamara wins this in the back. Galic, and that didn't look like much. And Vesteros at the last second able to force that into a corner. Oh man, so you hope and you pray that something good will happen here. And Yashin with the save at the end. This is the reason why you need a good keeper. Man, oh man. And Yashin runs over, jumps up, and grabs this. Wait, this guy was playing on a non-playable team, huh? Gilyara, and it's up and over. 1-0 Augsburg are holding on so far to this very, very tight lead. El Shewi here with this over for Ricky J. Jones. Jones to Campagnaro. Sane. You need to pass the other way, my friend. Pedro Roca, and here's Galich. Bugavina was lined up offside the whole time, and nobody saw it. And Jones just can't get to that header. This is why heading reach is an important thing in Football Manager. Only a couple minutes left. Well, let's see if we can get a second, and that corner leads to nothing. I think we have a free kick. Yeah, we do here from quite a ways away. And so we'll see what happens here. Campagnaro is going to take this. Steps up and fires, and looking for Rukavina. He couldn't get a head onto it. Galich now with it. Galich. Forward, doesn't quite work. Loshewi now to Campagnaro. Rukavina. There you go. He finds Vesteros. Remember, we have a lead. We don't need to worry too much about it, and that's the final whistle. So Augsburg win this match 1-0. Excellent match by Yashin, and of course Galich with the goal, the player of the match. That moves us up to 14th position. Now, again, I mean, if we really want to, if we're really ambitious, we try for something like top 8. I don't think we can get that. I don't think it's really mathematically possible for us to move up that far at this point, but it would be nice to get closer up here, maybe around where Fulham is, where Brighton is, something like that. That would help us out a lot. We'll see what happens, though. You don't know until you actually play the games. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll talk with you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.